22,000 and counting. Each and every one of you are what makes the channel the success it is. So thank you guys for joining us and for subbing and liking. You are what grows the channel and keeps the inspirational creativity of it flowing. So sit back and come and join us for the September Taroscope. So, hey there Scorpio, let's get into your reading. Same format as last couple of months, 4 cards along the top and 4 clarifiers underneath using the Rider-Waite deck. So that looks like that's your shuffling done. Scorpio for September. Ooh, nice. Well, not so nice, but 3, 4. What have you got as the clarifiers? Wow. Okay. So quite a interesting reading for you guys. You have 4 major arcana cards. You have 1 court card, the Queen of Cups, a wand and a sword and a cups. So you have, luckily enough for you guys, or nicely enough, pulled the 2 best cards of the deck, and they align with each other, the sun and the star. Interestingly, September, as you know, is the month of the eclipses, 2 eclipses in September and 1 that occurred in August. So given that they happen in the heavens and they are associated with the star and planets, these 2, and they're touching each other, I think could have quite a relevance for you guys one way or another. Let's start with that very first card in the top left, the sun. Pure magnificence, powerful, omnipotent energy. It is a magnificent card. It is positive, it is illuminating, it is full of joy, happiness, prosperity, success, manifestation. Any positive word, you can stick it on the sun. It is also about fertility, conception. Now this is not just at the physical, such as fertile bodies and conception of a pregnancy, although it very much indicates that as well. But we're thinking fertility of the mind, fertility of your efforts, and conception of new ideas and projects and propositions, all manifestation of things. It also tells you to energize that whole feeling of being like a child and enjoying the awe and wonder that children often see in life, and lifting your energies and bringing that feeling into everything. So great way to start the month. Your clarifier underneath it is kind of opposite the energy of the sun, and it's the same for these 2 cards. They kind of are the opposite of each other. So it could be that for some reason you're feeling down or worried or something's going on, but you are being so overlooked by positiveness from your universal supporters and from like a gateway at this point in time, that possibly whatever is going on around you, if there is any negativity or worry or tension, is going to be buoyed up with positive energy and most likely a far better outcome than it would have had. So this 5 of Swords is often known as a time of terseness and energy where people can be arguing. There can be 3 people involved, but often it indicates that you're the victor, so that somehow you succeed in whatever it is that is happening with these other people. But it can also tell us to be very careful of the battles we pick, and sometimes it pays to walk away, because not everything is worth arguing about or getting het up about. So you can look at that 2 ways. You can say to yourself, nah, I'm going to go for it and I'm going to carry this through regardless. You could be successful if you do. But these people who walk away, they often walk away forever, and they don't particularly like the way you've handled it, and they may not like you anymore or your business or something that you're doing. So try to use a logical and sensible way of dealing with any situations that are around at the moment. So be tactful, be creative about resolving issues, and use mediation if you can. So we come to the Tower, and it really, to me, has always been probably the most ugly card in the deck. And I can clarify this meaning for the Tower because this has just happened to myself, and the Tower was in my family's reading for last month for 2 members of my family. So the Tower can often mean very sudden, unexpected change of events, and it can be not necessarily cataclysmic, but there is usually some sort of loss associated with it. Now it can be loss of friendships, or loss of your self-esteem, or loss of something physical such as money or objects. So this could be, for each of you it's going to be different, but the Tower does represent sudden and unexpected events one way or another. Quite often it fuels itself onto change and growth and learning, and that's the important aspect of the Tower. So it says the foundations weren't set firm enough to make this certain event or aspect in your life work well. It can even be around when there are divorce proceedings, or like a relationship moving apart that has been a long-term relationship. This can be personal, or it can even be to do with career changes and moves as well. So when the Tower is there, expect change. But as I say, you can fuel it to be good change as opposed to bad change. Now the fact that your clarifying card underneath was the Star is really beneficial. She gives us the empowerment of positivity and being looked after and watched over by all of your galactical helpers and energies. So it's like you have a guardian angel around you, or the archangels, or your spirit guides, or something along those lines. She offers you karmic positivity. So she's also about balance and trying to maintain balance in your life, and this card is very much about destabilization. So as I said, in both of those first 2 sets of cards, you've got opposite paradoxes happening at once, and it's up to you to maintain the balance within the situations that occur and bring in that positive harmony. So we come to this third card, and we have the 5 of Wands, and then we have a wand card underneath. So the 5 of Wands is often about competition in often creative realms of your life, or even your work or career sector. It can also be competition in the romance sector. It can mean that many people might be vying for your attention. They might find you attractive, or consequently or otherwise you might be attracted to a person who has many suitors chasing them. It could be literally this person down here. So some of you might be interested in looking at a female fire sign, and that she could somehow be involved in this whole situation here. It doesn't have to be a female fire sign, it could be a male. So for any of you, you may be looking at a fire sign person who is sparking up this energy or interaction, or some sort of like fiery energy, conflagration energy. It often means though that this is a time where you feel a bit frustrated because there's so much going on and so much energy or information coming in, and you're going, no, listen to me, I want my 2 cents worth. But again, it's about knowing what to say, knowing when to walk away, and not letting it frustrate you in particular. The other perspective of the Queen of Wands is that she can be someone who could be around you in a work-related scenario, or someone who is in a creative realm that's either supporting you, or that you could go to for advice, or to, spark up your ideas about career or moving forward, or anything along the creative realm in life, and she could be part of a position that either connects with you, helps you, or supports you. That could also be the line that she's playing. So we come to this third week in the month, or the fourth week, sorry, in the fourth card, the Hermit. And we see him there kind of looking very contemplative and holding a light up that is illuminated. And interestingly enough, this bar of sunbeams across my table is falling right in the position of his illuminated light. So he without doubt goes within to seek some sort of philosophy or ideology of his own that matters to him. And I often think of Scorpio as being this way inclined, that you seek information and you connect with your spiritual awareness at quite deep levels, and that's basically the message that the Hermit is saying. So there's this feeling of you either learning something towards the end of the month, and I think you've done a little bit of that throughout the earlier part of the reading, and having it connect with you and having you go, right, this is me, this is what I want to know. And it's sort of a combination of esoteric philosophical knowledge that resonates with you and the journey you're on, and you come out of perhaps a period of feeling as though you wanted to be alone, or a period of not being able to see things clearly, into knowing more about the directions that you want to take at a very personal level. So the Hermit is about your own personal journey and how you feel in life, and the directions and the knowledge that you take with you as you embark forward. And then you come to the underneath, and your clarifying card is the Nine of Cups. In fact, I rather overlooked that at the beginning of the reading, because I said you had two of the most benevolent, positive cards in the deck. Well, I correct myself, because in fact you have three, and that is the Nine of Cups. So this is known as the Wish card, and it's a fulfillment card of your heart's desires. So again, it feels to me as though, although there is change coming in September, and some of it might be sudden and unexpected, it's almost as if it's taking you to a much bolder, brighter place of your desires and your journey in life. And it's part of it is what you've been wishing for, but it may have been difficult to get to this point for various reasons. But really focus on this wish card and put your greatest desires into that energy. It's about success. It's about succeeding and being given these opportunities that your heart has wanted for such a long time. So I think maybe the doors will open for you. And again, it's about focusing on what you do want in life and not the things that you don't want. And I think your reading gives ample opportunity for that to happen. You know, just remove this feeling up here and a couple of these fives that are a little bit sort of agitated energies, and just rock with all the good positive stuff within this reading. So there you are, Scorpio. I think you have a really powerful reading, and one to contemplate and think on. So let's see what your final card is for the month. These are the beautiful Goddess energy cards, and this is for Scorpio. Soulless bodies of water. And I guess that suits you because you're kind of the water sign. So it just says spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. And again, I think the recharging of the batteries would come after the Tower energy and those two fives that are in there. And we saw in your card, the Star card, she is bathing in water, and she has two jugs of water and she's pouring them. And I often mention in a reading that the Star card does talk about water and rehydration for the bodies, and also that the balance and harmony that water can bring into our lives. And you guys, more than anyone, will get a feeling and a connection to that. So hey, lovely way to finish a very empowering and powerful reading for you, Scorpio. I wish you all the very best for September. Thank you all for joining the channel, because it's a growing channel, 22,000 subscribers, as I say, and it is only going to be that way because of the input and energy from you guys. So thank you again. Ka kite anoa. Namaste.